What's your best advice on storytelling for sales calls? So I would say that you gotta make it personal if you can. And before you sell a product, you have to make sure that you'd feel comfortable selling it to your parents as well. If not, don't sell it. And so the way to personalize it is you find a pain point, and you talk about how the product or service has improved your life. For example, and these are great examples, there was the Jacuzzi brothers. They lived in Italy and then they immigrated to the United States. And one of their kids had severe muscular issues. And so what they did, and they made airplane engines at that point in time. They re-engineered the airplane engines to create the jacuzzi system for hot tubs, right? To massage the muscle of their kid that had an issue. So that's kind of a personal story that I think is fascinating. And I don't know why they don't brand it as such. I think it's a wonderful story. I read it on Wikipedia, therefore it's true. Yeah. Another example, just as a Canadian, is Bombardier. So Bombardier, it's a machinery company. They make these great skidoos as well. And the story was that one of their kids in the Bombardier family, they couldn't get him to the hospital fast enough because of the snow. And so they created the skidoo. But I would just try to personalize it if you possibly can. And it usually comes from a pain point. Like for me, for example, I love teaching accounting, but I got a D in it the first time I took it because I was trying to memorize accounting instead of understanding it. And now that I understand it, I actually enjoy it, but I teach it in a different way. But it came from frustration. And also for me, this MBA degree program that I have, it also came from frustration because I found that business schools don't teach you the most important skills, like how to sell, how to present, how to interview, how to create a business plan, how to start a company. You know, people that graduate from business school, you might ask them, so do you know how to start a company now? They're like, well, we covered some theory, but not that. Or they learn how to manage other people's money, but not their own. Like when I graduated from business school, and I have an MBA in finance from Columbia University. I remember a couple of years after business school, I wanted to buy a house and an apartment. And I remember calling my buddies that also graduated with an MBA in finance from my school. And I said, hey man, how does a mortgage work? And they were like, I don't know. And I had to call my mom and dad and ask them, how does it work? You know, you're taught how to manage other people's money, but not your own. And so the crux of what I'm doing now is from storytelling, what I just provided you with there, but also from frustration. You know, frustration with the way that business school is set up now. You know, and I've got this issue with universities as well, because you spend $100,000 for a 4-year education and you only have 13 hours of class a week, and you graduate and you can't use anything that they taught you in the real world. It's not applicable. So the bottom line is, when it comes to storytelling with your business model, make it personal. Make it personal, and really try to identify with the person you're selling to. You know, people invest in you first, and then your product or service second. So personalize it.